my name is Susanna, and I am a UX designer and researcher working at Hushh, where our mission is to make your data your business, literally. We do this by helping our users make their data universally accessible and valuable to everyone that they trust. Some quick context on Hushh. Hushh is a user data platform that helps our users collect, organize, and manage their valuable information with the goal of increasing the value of our users' data and turning it into a financial asset. Over the past 6 months, we have been talking to multiple customers. Let me summarize them into three guardian angels we have at Hushh: the Hushh developer, the Hushh client advisor, and the Hushh social influencer. We're recruiting for all three personas at the moment, so if you're interested in learning more, please do reach out to us via any of our social channels. I'm here to walk you through the user interface we have been building for our design partners and to showcase to you how we're making it very easy for our users to share their personal valuable information, such as their preferences, choices, likes, dislikes, sizing information, etc., with brands and parties that they trust while giving them the control and choice over the data that is being shared. So let's go through an introduction for each of our guardian angels. Our first guardian angel is Olivia, who is a developer who works for a luxury brand like Chanel. She struggles with providing personalized AI experiences due to a lack of access to consented user data, as well as dealing with user data regulations and compliances. Our second guardian angel, Michael, is a commission-based client advisor working at a luxury brand such as Louis Vuitton. He's someone who comes into contact daily with consumers who visit his retail store. He struggles very much with understanding what his customers' preferences and intentions are when they walk into the store, and he also struggles with keeping in touch with his customers and continuing a channel of sustained communication with them, along with remembering what their preferences and personal choices are through their interactions. He wants a simple app that can help him keep track of all of his customer information and help him sell more effectively and efficiently. Lastly, our third guardian angel is Vanessa, who's a social media influencer who believes in sharing her valuable information with her trusted brands and on social media in exchange for something that's valuable, such as personal commissions or products in return for her influence. She also wants better platforms that can make use of her data and make it easier for her to sell products and services for the brands she already loves and would happily champion on social channels. She also wants brands to compete for her time, data, and preferences to receive the best possible personal outcomes. We, as a brand, Hushh, believe that developers, client advisors, and social influencers are our key target users. By focusing on serving them, we help them serve and understand their customers better. So let's jump right into our solution. So first things first, we'll go through our onboarding screens. As you can see, all you have to do is enter your mobile number, go through, finish up some of your basic private information, and then you can see you can enable Face ID, and from then on you can use your Face ID to sign in. The first thing we see over here is our Hushh Wallet. Since it is our first time using this app, it will be empty. So over here you can click into our card market. You can already see that we have at least up to 75 of our brand cards within our card market, which will be related to any of the brands who choose to work with Hushh. For today, I'll just show you our Louis Vuitton card and then our Chanel card, and then a few of our general preferences cards as well. So we will go and do our Louis Vuitton card first. Once you choose to click into that, you'll see a quick preview, and after you give us a little bit more of an idea of the preferences of what you like, you can gain 50 Hushh coins. So we'll add the card. What this page is asking you is if you want to sync your card data from other cards in, so you can actually choose skip your syncing or skip entering your preferences at this step. But since it's our first time using this application, this is our first card, we'll be entering our information manually. I'll ask you a few questions about your preferences, and you can even pick pictures of what your favorite LV products are, and then even what is most important to you when you're choosing an LV item. Once you do that, you can set a minimum bid, which means if you do share your preference card successfully, this would be the amount of value that you can gain from it. And lastly, you can upload some assets. What that means is you can go into your private phone and upload either a document that is related to you that you think could help us understand you and build up your digital profile or digital identity better, or you can also choose to upload any of the images you have in your phone. This could be something that is related to fashion, your sense of style, and our algorithm will be able to understand and kind of piece that together, piece that understanding of who you are together to create that digital identity online. Perfect. And one more thing to note is, as long as you consent to it, all of these preferences that you've inputted can actually be shared with any of LV's brand partners. So for example, after you input these preferences or the more you use this card, the preference history or the card history can also be shared with Sephora, let's say, which is a brand partner of LV. Yeah, but obviously this is also just only if the user consents to that kind of sharing. So as you can see, we already have our basic information over here and all of the answers to our preferences questions. You can share and earn over here. And before we do that, you can even use your microphone to record a quick audio snippet and share that directly with anyone you want to share this information with. So that way our users don't have to type in all of the things that they want our concierge services to hear. All you have to do really is to just send over a voice note. It's very simple. It's very easy. You can choose to send it to Wade. And lastly, that's it. All right, so next what I want to show you guys is our Chanel fashion card. So this would be quite different, where after you already had your Louis Vuitton preferences synced in, all you really have to do is sync any of information that you've had just now that you've previously entered, and anything relevant would be added to your Chanel card. And once you're done, you can also set a value, upload any assets that you like, and once you're done, you're in. Similarly, you can see your Chanel preference card, some information, any of the answers that could be related to Chanel, and you can also share and earn, attach a audio snippet, and share it with a contact that you have. To share, you can see your increase in value of your card. All right, so moving on, and something else to note is similarly like LV, if you do consent, any of the information that you do have with using our Chanel card or inputting it into our Chanel card can also be shared with Chanel's brand partners. So all of your information can be synced and you don't have to keep inputting that information, and you'll continuously build up that digital identity of yours. One more thing is what we really want to build is this seamless interaction between a client advisor and a customer when they walk into store. So what we have is not only the ability to scan a QR code, but once you do walk in store and you're within a vicinity of another agent who also owns our Hushh app, is on our Hushh app platform, they will be able to see your preference card. They will be able to purchase that information or use that information as long as you consent to it. So next, what I want to show is a few of our general preferences card. Today we have our allergy card and our cuisine dine-in card. So we'll show our allergy card first. I'll ask you a few questions such as your allergies, any precautions that you have. You can input that information and then you'll be able to see all of that over here. Similarly, you can also share your information with a concierge or a restaurant. So what our problem that we're trying to solve here is, number one, allergies can be something that is very personal and private information to some people. Let's say, for example, we are at a dinner party or a work party and Taylor isn't very comfortable actually saying the allergies she has out loud in front of her coworkers or her boss. Can be very personal information for her. So what she can do is really just whip out her phone, whip out her allergy card, share it discreetly with any of the waiters, the service workers that are there, and they'll immediately know what allergy she has and how to deal with it if anything happens. So that one can prevent any embarrassing or awkward moments for the customer. Number two, a situation could be when we're going into a dine-in restaurant, a high-end restaurant, and there's a really, really long line, so each server is extremely busy. They could be under high stress of just wanting to take down your order and sending that in so that they can get your order out as quickly as possible. And then they would experience a mistake where they forget to ask about your allergies, or even Taylor could have a mistake where Taylor forgets to look thoroughly through the menu and ask thorough questions, which honestly can be a little bit of a hassle. With the allergy card, it's very simple for you to just share this information with the restaurant, and the restaurant would be able to immediately just switch out any of your gluten allergies that you have that you forget to mention. So this can prevent any unwanted, upsetting experiences during your dine-in, or it can also prevent a potential one-star review because of this silly or miscommunication that happens between our customers and the service workers. So next we want to show our cuisine card. So what we want to use with our cuisine card is to share it with your concierge services or your hotels, and even a restaurant, for example, mainly concierge services or hotels that you're staying at. And as you update your cuisine card, interestingly enough, it can also be synced up with a travel card that we're implementing within our Hushh platform. So what that means is, let's go through this process first. You can upload some assets to tell you that you're done. You're in here. What that means is you can share all of your preferences for your favorite cuisines, what kind of special diets you're on, important factors you choose when you're picking out a place to eat with your concierge services so that they can better help you plan a trip that you're having, or even with your travel card. So the more information that's on your travel card, the more a concierge service would be able to plan out specific trips plan out specific details for the trip that you're on, such as picking out the best, highest quality food that you want to have with your family on this specific day, and fitting everything within your schedule and finding the right restaurants for you. And really just making your life and making your process of having a dining experience as seamless as possible. So similarly with all of the other cards, you have the ability to share this with your concierge service or a certain brand that you like. Let's say we're sharing it with Wade. Once you're done, it's complete. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you what it looks like on a client advisor's end after they receive your cuisine card. So this is what we see once we receive our cuisine card from an agent's point of view. You'll see Taylor's cuisine card. You can pay to unlock. You can pay, successful creation. Once you've purchased it, you'll see all of the preferences that she's had inputted. What we can see over here is create order or scan a receipt. What create order means is, let's say Taylor dines in and she purchases some food. This would basically be the way of transaction for her. You can come in, pick whatever she just had for her dine-in experience, and then you can check out. You can see over here, it's basically a card or a receipt or a bill that you're creating for Taylor. And down here, there's even a discount code that comes from Hushh. So that actually incentivizes our users to be using Hushh as a platform for payment and purchases. And then that you can send over the receipt. What you can also do is you can even scan a receipt. So let's say the service workers in store, they can scan this bill, take a picture. Once they have that, they can easily send a receipt over to Taylor as well. So what Taylor sees on her end is she'll actually receive a notification for payment, and she'll receive a billing request. She can click into her card and she'll see that she's actually gotten a request for a payment receipt. She can either view this receipt and save it, or she can also pay for it. And very simply, use it as a Apple payment request. And that's it. And then once you're done, your receipt will be saved and your payment will be sent to your service worker, your client advisor. So everything is also very simple, such as for Louis Vuitton, you can also do the same thing, or even for Chanel, or any other brands. Yeah, so these are our this is a walkthrough of some of the cards that we've had made. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, and thank you so much for listening.